Okay, so it's a PHP 7.2 upgrade project for Magento 2, another call with community. And let's start from updates. Guys, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so it should be a ZenHub board. So what I worked on, so mostly I was reviewing pull requests that we had. Right now we have still a few pull requests. We need to decide what to do with them. So for the Redis one, it looks okay. I'm just not merging it because I want us to validate it on cloud, that everything works okay and we will not break cloud. So I'm working with internal teams to do that. And as soon as it's done, I'll merge it. This one is pretty old. So right now I merged it together with another pull request with this one, which I prepared, where I combine all the libraries. So for this pull request update is that I basically received some feedback and I'm processing it. Right now I have one problem is actually with require dev section. Composer doesn't like it. So in some cases it worked. Right now it stopped working. So Composer reads only PHP versions declared in the require section. So I discussed it with Piotr and we agreed that we can move on and move the 7.2 version into require section. The only limitation would be is that we will have to keep this branch in this separate repo until we are done with everything. So I guess we will have a branch, probably this libs update branch that I created, where we will combine all the fixes that cannot work without 7.2 support. For example, some libraries which we cannot just deliver without the 7.2 support. So I propose to move on with other tasks that can be merged separately, like one by one into mainline without this declaration, and everything else will be done here, and then when it's done, we will merge it. So my goal would be will be for the nearest time is to clean up this branch, move everything, move PHP from require dev to require section. And I don't know, Patrick, you were working on that. If you want, you can maybe update your pull request and I will just remerge it. I will recreate my branch and remerge it. So if you want to do it in this task.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and update it there and
okay.
Force push.
Okay, so then we can use your branch, and I will then be just reviewing the library. So there was a proposal to update Symfony to version 4, and as I already mentioned in the chat, another goal that we have is to upgrade libraries. So I think it totally makes sense to do that. So I will update it to version 4 and we'll see what we can do with it. Let me see what else. I'm working with our internal team to remove 7.0 builds, and as soon as it will be ready, it's like not removing, but replacing them with 7.1, PHP 7.1. And in that case, we'll be able to remove this dependency on PHP 7.0 from the composer. What else? Yeah, we also have pull request from Patrick to Magento Composer. It's pretty simple, so everything looks okay. I was just verifying with other teams if it will not affect them, and looks like it should be okay. So I'll merge it, and then we'll need to update Magento repos.
And then I think we'll need to update, there's a dependency in there, I believe, for Symfony Composer. So if we do update Symfony Composer, it's gonna, we'll need to update it.
Yeah, okay.
Symfony console, it'll need to be updated there as well.
Will you take it to work? Can you do it or not?
Yeah, definitely. Which version of Symfony console are we going with? The latest of, are we upgrading to version 4 or are we doing 3.4?
For Symfony version 4, I think I think version 4 should be fine. So I was updating to the latest versions internally in a separate project. And let me see. So I used Composer 1.6 and Symfony 4.0, and it was okay. So I think it should be compatible. So Composer latest is 1.6, right? I think no. Yeah. And Symfony console, Symfony is 4.0 then. Okay, so then I'm waiting for the update here, and then we can move on with it. What else? Okay, and another update is that we are preparing for the contribution day, and we went through the tasks and marked some of them as suitable for contribution day. Also, potentially we will go into Zen framework project, like related one, where we want to clean up the Zen project, and maybe some of the tasks from that project will be also taken into contribution day. So that's my update. Who else? So like Patrick, maybe you want to tell something?
I'd been working on the Redis abstract pull request, getting the Sentinel configuration commands updated, and then Magento Composer. I started tinkering with one of the other libraries. I forget which one, updating it, but I didn't have the time to commit to actually see it through or assign it to myself.
Okay, thank you. And who else? Greg, maybe you have some updates on Mcrypt. I don't know, we don't hear you. Okay, so basically, internally we were discussing some design for moving from Mcrypt to libsodium, and I think we will be publishing a document soon, so the community can look into it, and then we'll move on in that direction. So basically, there are some challenges, definitely, like especially in the case that we have to support both PHP 7.1 and 7.2, and those versions have different default libraries installed. So yeah, probably that's the update about Mcrypt. I guess, I hope we'll have more details soon. Do we have any questions to discuss? Anything to clarify? Okay, if nothing to discuss, I think, Patrick, you have tasks to work on. I also have tasks to work on. So I guess we'll continue with it. That's probably all for our meeting today. Then thank you, everyone, and see you next time.